The journey to the final battle is a summary of lessons, from the formidable opponent to the one who waits and watches. Of course, there are wins who go on to stand the test of time through stories, and there are losses who fade with the wind.
It's T.G.'s yard.
This Friday we find out who came out on top.
Get ready for the next battle.
And on this fine afternoon, It's Foxy has made its way to Friday as they go against the one and only Will T.G. Y'all know what happens on this stage.
Round one. Fight.
And the journey begins as battle commences between the two on the legendary stage of Into the Atmosphere. It's Foxy and Will T.G. does battle with a feeling out match. A lot of offense, a lot of blocking. Ultimately missing strikes, missing grabs, running into a lot of counters, only to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. As Will T.G. sat back and watched, It's Foxy progressed and did a lot of side missions to get those Tekken prowess up all the way to 93,000. Fighting a 74,000, you would think this would go completely different. That was good. That was good.
Round two. Fight.
But as we've said before on this series, and in the other one, Tekken prowess only truly shows how long a person has been playing, but not the lessons that they've learned along the way, not the moveset they've come accustomed to with a single character. And in this video, we will see who comes out on top. Even though It's Foxy got caught with a grapple right there, he still has the striking advantage in this first match. He knows all of his combos well enough to even stop mid-combo to throw off the blocking predictability of his opponent, forcing his opponent to block when not necessary and can strike in a different place to find an opening in the armor, which is definitely how he got the advantage in the first two rounds. It's definitely not looking too good for the Great right now.
Round three. Fight.
He's entering the third round, 2 rounds down, and still can barely lay a hit on his opponent. At this point, he's definitely studying the moves, but only being able to get that one launcher off and a grapple every now and then is not going to be enough to stop It's Foxy. Especially when he just broke out yet another combo. It's not all doom and gloom yet for the one and only. Even though he missed that strike right there, he's seen enough to know his opening. And at this point he realizes that spacing was probably the only chance he was going to get at beating It's Foxy here tonight. Yeah! That slow-mo counter knee was enough to show that he wasn't ready to give up just yet, even though he was down 2 rounds. He's even learning some of the combos and where to block them. The Great wasn't giving up in this match at all. Less punches were being landed or equally dished out, but unfortunately for this first match, it wasn't meant to be. Oh, I don't know what to tell you sometimes, man.
Round one. Fight.
The two opponents decide to run it back, and here we are again. Except this time, the Great has more knowledge than he did when he first walked into the arena. It's Foxy also has more knowledge than when they first walked into the arena as well. The rounds are also getting closer than they were before. But at this instant, it still wasn't meant for the great to put him away as it's Foxy gets the first win. Full combos weren't even hit after the first match. They also started pulling out moves that they weren't doing in the first match or any other matches. There we go. A nice counter by the one and only pushes him into round 3 with even momentum with its Foxy. Even not resorting to blocking in certain instances and just ducking attacks, you can see both characters are learning each other. Slide canceling, new attacks. The great at this point had downloaded a file on its Foxy and started entering the second phase of the final boss mode, which is not only knowledge checking, but beating its Foxy at its own game. Precision strike. The great's first counter was also introduced into this video. But that wasn't enough to stop its Foxy, as they had to tie it up, and we get to the final round of the second match. These two had an insane battle. But once again, only one was meant to come out on top. And it is at this point that both of them realized you had to dive deep into the moveset, dive deep into the bag, to genuinely put the other one away at this point. The great was pulling out new combos and also just sending launchers its Foxy's way. Let's go! And with that match being over, both of our characters have decided to enter into sudden death. One final match for it all, for the bragging rights, to see who comes out this Friday as the final boss. Is at this point, both men enter their final forms and show off the best of what they can do after learning their opponents for 2 full matches. In a total of 9 rounds. As you can see in all 10 matches at this point, no finish was the same. The way they got there was completely different each time. Each match was also fairly close, and the only time we ever had dominating rounds was in the first match. At some points in times, the grapple was the only thing that was keeping the great inside of these matches. But most times they were getting countered. But at this point, it was not meant to be for Foxy, as momentum still hangs in the balance. 1-1 entering the third round. It's Foxy hitting another full combo and a launcher. stopping mid-combo in certain instances. It's Foxy folded on the juggle there, and where could have dominated that round was now about to get put away by a rage art that hasn't been used in quite some time. That rage dart leveled the playing field and opened up the heat signature to lead him into a silent entry uppercut. We are entering round 4 with the Great on top. And now, it seems like he's pulling out all-out offense on its Foxy. Foxy won't be having it though, as he's trying to battle back and get back into the matchup. But the final boss won't be having it as he brings it to an end soon. Yeah! Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Woo! I'm the final boss. And that's going to end it. Until next time. It's been the man, the myth, the great, the one and only Will TG, baby. I'll see y'all next time. Click on the video.